Hi guys, so today is the 17th of February and it's our first script meeting for episode 2 of Gym BS. So we've already written episode 1, that's been finalised and sent out to the actors, but we're always having to work a month ahead with the script. So even though we haven't filmed episode 1 yet, we are already working on episode 2. So David and I are the writers at the moment, and so what we're doing today is we're meeting on Skype to discuss some storyboarding ideas, get some ideas thrown about, brainstorm some things, and hopefully finish that meeting with a skeleton script that David is then going to go ahead and write the first draft of. Then once he's done that, he's going to send it back to me so that I can make some amendments, see if there's anything that I can suggest or change, proofread, that kind of thing. And then after that, I'll send it back to him and we're going to have another meeting on Skype, probably the following week, to discuss the changes and finalise anything that we think might need changing, so that we can send the script off to the actors absolute latest March 8th. So it's a pretty quick turnaround between episodes, especially for us writers. The actors get about 3 weeks to learn the script and go through everything. But I'm going to take you with me on the journey. Fingers crossed it all goes well. Let's see what happens.
In the script meetings, we spend a lot of time considering how the characters would feel or respond to social issues we want to incorporate into the script. Our goal is to showcase a range of views and find the comedy in extreme or contrasting opinions. We like to consider how the characters' upbringing or background could affect their outlook on life, as our objective with Gym BS is to create conversation and spark debate on topics such as lockdown, social media, and racism. A lot of our ideas come from real life situations we've experienced or people we've met, and I think that's the key to good comedy. It needs to be based on real life.
Hi guys, so today is Monday the 1st of March and I'm editing episode 2 for Gym BS. So I've been given the first draft by David and I'm going through and making all of my changes, and you can see all my changes on the right hand side in like the little red marks. That's when I've made a comment. So some of them are just suggestions and some of them are like little edits that I've made. And as you can see, it's quite a long script. It's between 25 and 27 pages. That works out to be a 20-minute episode. This week is a particularly long script. We've got 27 pages, so we're going to have to trim that down a little bit to stay within the time frame of our episodes. But no, very excited. It's a good one this week. I'm also in the midst of learning the lines for the first episode because we are filming that this weekend. So it's a bit of a jumbled mess at the moment. I'm kind of like getting ahead of myself, but I'm very excited to start learning these lines and meet the rest of the cast and crew, because we've not done anything in terms of Zoom rehearsals or anything. We're just going to turn up and do it. So fingers crossed it all goes well. But I'm going to send this back off to David so he can read through my changes, and we're going to discuss them properly on Thursday on a Zoom meeting. So I'll see you then. Hi guys, today is the 6th of March, it's a Saturday, and this weekend we are filming episode 1 of Gym BS. So my call time is at 3 p.m, so I'm going to set off in the next hour or so to make sure I get there in plenty of time. But yeah, very excited. I'm dressed in my workout gear today because my character is Jackie Tomlinson. She is Carol's friend and personal trainer. So I've got to be on top form. Been doing my push-ups this morning to get ready. I've got my script here, all analysed, hopefully all learnt. I think I've learnt it. They're 25 pages long, so we'll see how we get on. Yeah, very exciting. I've never been involved in the writing process of a script to then perform it, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how like the vision in our head and what we've written on in the script comes to life on screen, and how the other actors interpret the characters that we've written. I think you can never really tell how it's going to go or how it's going to play until you're just there doing it. So today's a pretty big day. Like, it's the first chance that we can see these characters come to life, and it'll hopefully make things easier to write in the future because we will get a sense of their rhythm and how they all interact with each other. So I am very excited. I'm hoping to film some behind the scenes content whilst we're there, but we have got a very tight schedule today. So I'm just hoping we get it all done. I'm sure we will. It's a really good team. So yeah, let's do this.
I thought I'd chat a bit about the differences and challenges that come from filming in 360 compared to traditional staging. There are 4 main areas to our gym: the entrance, the lobby, the main gym, and the cafe that you can see now. Each area needs to be filmed separately, even when the characters are chatting over separate locations. This means timing is key, as we have to film a scene in the cafe and then re-film it from the other perspective, let's say the lobby, whilst listening to the original video to make sure our audio is in sync. Blocking is also more difficult, as the taped lines on the floor indicate what will be in frame, and if you cross that line, your foot will be mysteriously cut off when edited. It's quite tricky to get your head around, but once you've done it a few times, it does get easier to remember. In traditional filming, if you fluff a line or walk out a bit differently, it's not a big deal because you've got different takes and shots to choose from in the final edit. But in this format, everything's filmed like a play. It's covered all in one shot, so if we make a mistake, we have to completely reset. Luckily, we don't have to film all 25 pages at once. We have them broken up into smaller scenes every 4 pages or so. To lace these together when editing, at the beginning and end of every scene, we have to hold a freeze frame, so continuity is crucial. That's why Annie keeps taking our pictures. Overall, we probably block a scene 3 times before filming and then aim to get at least 2 usable takes. Then, if there are other characters reacting in a different space, we redo it from their perspective. Today we filmed all the cafe scenes as they took up the majority of the script, and they're also the easiest to film because we have some set and props to use to remember our blocking. We then took some promotional photos of our characters. As you can see, we took lots of different ones to get a range of poses, plus we have some wearing masks and some without, so that we've got the choice. We can then edit them all to be stood together or separately for posters and other forms of marketing. Obviously, with lockdown and COVID and stuff, we couldn't do loads of group photos because we wouldn't all fit on the green screen. So it's also better that we had the individual shots so that we had the choice if we wanted to edit them together or not.
Hey guys, today is Sunday the 7th of March, which is our final filming day for episode 1 of Gym BS. Today's got its own challenges because we've got to make sure that the shots we did yesterday line up in continuity with the shots we're doing today. So there's a lot of timing issues and continuity issues. So it's a bit more of a thinker, this one, but luckily the scenes are a bit shorter that we're filming at a time, so it should be hopefully a little bit easier and quicker to run through them. So fingers crossed we have a successful day, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all edits together, because at the minute all we are doing is standing in front of a green screen and imagining the cafe and the lobby and the smart TV. So to see it all together and to see what you guys will be seeing will be amazing. So fingers crossed it all goes well. I'm hoping to have a chat with some of the other cast members about their thoughts on their characters and being involved in the project as well. So hopefully we can get those done if we finish on time. Let's see how it goes.
You've got to stay for the track and trace data. And you need a test. You are being totally irresponsible. When do these little devils go back to school?
So can you tell us a bit about Natalie, your character?
Yeah, so she is a teenager, and she's just out for a bit of a walk, and she ends up in the gym, and she's very politically minded, and doesn't really get on with older people. A bit of millennial versus boomer vibes there, and yeah, she's very, very opinionated and very interested in her phone and social media and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Tim Rutherford and I'm involved in the to-be acting project Jim BS. And I can just say it's brilliant to be back doing something after all the months of inactivity. I play a man with political ambitions, a bit outspoken when he wants to be, and one that people laugh at rather than with.
Hi, so great to be involved in Jim BS. I'm delighted to be playing Adam, as I think I share his frustration with the modern world and technology, all the different contradictions in the rules. And it's just wonderful to be acting again, doing my actual job with actual human beings, and I'm excited to be on something that's a bit different in the way it's filmed as well.
So I play a character called Carol Wright, but she's also known as Miss K, which is her social media name. How can I describe her? So she's a news presenter / reporter, very self-obsessed. She's fame hungry, although she thinks she's already famous, but she's not really. But she thinks she is. So I really enjoy playing her because she's an interesting, bit cuckoo, not all there at times, kind of character. And she's got her friend Jackie, who she basically treats like a slave. I think she thinks she's got little minions who can do all her dirty work for her. So yeah, I've really enjoyed playing her, and I'm looking forward to doing the next show.